Hey, hey, hey. Hey, my blessed babies. How are you all? It's been a couple days since I've been here to share a wisdom bubble with you all, but I think I have one. And it just came to me, and I felt like it's a good thing to talk about now. I think that we're ready to move on to the next step of self healing, self soothing, self care, soul care. Um, and so I want to talk about self awareness. I've talked about the differences between self maintenance and self care, and how, the two are actually different, but how the two actually help you to form a better you. But what I notice what's not being talked about enough is self awareness, and I'm seeing that as people are trying to heal and work through traumas and things like that, um, it can be easy to lose yourself, right? Because sometimes when you unpack yourself, you kind of lose yourself too. But some people never just really want to unpack their stuff, and that's probably how it's going to be. A lot of people are not going to want to unpack themselves, but that doesn't mean that you cannot learn, life, wisdom bubbles and life lessons. That doesn't mean that just because you don't want to open up doesn't mean that you can't learn lessons. But then sometimes by you not opening up a little bit, you're actually blocking learning lessons and blessings sometimes. But we're going to just talk about self-awareness. And like I said, I'm seeing that I don't know if a lot of people are aware what's self awareness is, or what it's for, or it is a skill. It's a life skill. Um, it is definitely something that it can be taught, but I think that it's something that's supposed to be naturally learned. Uh, it's something that self awareness comes up between the ages of 15 and 18. So your self awareness kicks in when you're a teenager, and it kicks in around the most important time when a teen starts growing up and really learning themselves, right? So it's also around the time where the teens are like the most difficult too. If you're a parent, that between the ages of 13 and up, it starts getting a little bit difficult, a little dicey, a little attitudey, a little. But I think really what that is the child is coming into themselves, and yes, they're a little mean or whatever, a little attitudey. But I think it's just because they're in a new phase of their life, just like when a baby doesn't know how to talk, they're frustrated, so they cry, 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 right? Until they learn how to use their words, then that crying and frustration is eliminated. So when they go into their teens, it's like their mind and their body, it's like they know something's going on, but they don't really know. And so it's probably confusing and scary for them. This is where self-awareness comes in. This is why it's important to let your children be themselves. Let your children express themselves, even if it gets on your nerves, it hurts your feelings. They have to do this because they've never been here before. They have to do this. And as parents, we have to let them. And this is how we build self-awareness into people, right? Because our children are going to grow into adults at one point. So this is why when our children turn teenagers, we definitely have to be there for them even more than we were there for them when they were little babies. So self-awareness teaches a person, basically who they are, like their character, what they like, what they know about themselves, their strengths, their weaknesses, what they like, what they don't like, how knowing how others perceive them, knowing, because that helps for when they go into their social circles. They know they'll learn cues, they'll learn how they probably rub people the wrong way, or learn how if they say this, then learning how what if they say something wrong, they're able to read other people, kind of just know, oh, maybe I messed up there. That's having self-awareness, because when a person doesn't have self-awareness, they're going to yam off at the mouth, they're going to say whatever. Whether it's ignorant, and even if it is ignorant, they might stand behind it. A clear-cut example is people that are not healed. They have no self-awareness at all. People that are mad, dark, and angry at the world and have trauma way, way deep inside them that they're not trying to heal, they have no self-awareness. And I think we all have been around people that have. trauma in them and what it looks like. They always think they're right. They do nasty, loud, vile, low down, dirty stuff because they think it's right, because they're walking with that entity, that dismantleness inside of them, right? So whatever you are inside is what you're going to expel outside. And that's why self-awareness is important, because self-awareness is who you are. So I think that it's time for people to take step away from the self-care. We've got self-care down, okay? And self-care, what y'all think is self-care, is actually self-maintenance. So we got the self-maintenance down. We know how to take care of ourselves, wash our butt, brush our teeth, brush our hair, the basic stuff. you know Go get a massage. That's all basic stuff now. We need to move on to the most important stuff, which is the soul care, the real self care, which is the self awareness, caring for your soul, growing your self awareness to learn your soul, learn yourself. This is what we need to do: is start learning ourselves, and that's how you build a better person. That's how you make a better person, by learning yourself, because people can see you all day. And that's another thing: when a person is hurt and they're operating in their hurt, and someone is trying to tell them about themselves, that person is not going to take that. They're going to take that as, oh, so you being shady. Oh, so you throwing shade. Oh, so you being petty. That's how they're going to see it, because they are still hurt there. They don't, that self-awareness is closed off. So they're going to take everything that you're trying to help build them up as a shot. That's why I don't really talk to people or give people advice, because you never know where someone is at. But I will ask a person, can I, maybe can I make a suggestion? I never like to give people advice, because you don't know where people are at, and you don't know how they're going to perceive it. And that could just, it can, if you're friends, it could do a breakup. If you're in a relationship, it could do a breakup. So this is why people need to learn themselves. So then also, when you learn yourself and someone is trying to help correct you or help build you up, you can take the time to step back and see if, oh, maybe is this person really being genuine, or is this person really being vile? That's what self-awareness helps too. So you're not just going strictly to one side and like, oh, this person got me effed up, they trying to know. Because some people are genuinely trying to help you, but then others are probably trying to stab at you. But then at the same time, when people do like take jabs and stabs at you, you can also still take that criticism for yourself and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna take that and you know put it in the bag, but I'm not finna feed, if it rubs you the wrong way, you ain't gotta feed into it. But I bet you 9 times out of 10, because it's happened to me before, even with someone I didn't like, or we got into it and someone said something about me, uh, later on in life, or maybe, down the road, what they've said comes back, and it's like, okay, so maybe even though that person was talking they trash, it's kind of right, whatever. Because sometimes, people that operate in a negativity, they may have a little bit of self-awareness, and I'm not calling people that are full of trauma stupid, but some people are very smart. They're just filled with blockages, so sometimes people that are full of blockages may drop a few gems here and there. But so just having that self-awareness kind of just like filters out the negativity, is what I'm trying to say. So I think that it's time for, like, as a whole, when I say people, I'm just talking about everybody, even myself. I'm still like, I have self-awareness, but it doesn't hurt for me to keep learning. I'm still learning, because I am trying to get past all of my traumas and things like that. So I'm still learning too, but which is why I'm sending this message out. It's because it's like, whatever I learned, I want to share that. I'm not a gatekeeper. Me gatekeeping how to heal yourself isn't going to help everyone else. And I feel like that's what people are afraid of doing, because they're like, well, I have to open up. And yeah, you do. So shut the fuck up and open up. Because if you allow someone to we know that if we share our traumas with people, people use it against ourselves. If you allow people to do that to you, then that's your fault, because people are going to do it. But if you get upset and like, I didn't want to take with people, baby, if you've been doing the work on you, you should know that someone bringing up your past that you've already gotten over and talked about can't make you upset. That's good. That's them. That's their problem. That's their issue, because they don't want to talk about their stuff and get embarrassed and be upset. But baby, if it's trauma, it's trauma. If it's gonna be embarrassing, yeah. But so having our self-awareness actually curves that too, as well, trying to push through your trauma. So that yeah, I think it's time for people to really work on their self-awareness. If they don't have, and if you do, it doesn't hurt to still keep doing it, because one thing I've learned from a couple of my elders is that no matter how old you are, you never stop growing. We never stop growing. We never stop learning. And that's what I mean by growing. You never stop learning. You learn every single day something new. No matter how small, no matter how big, you're always learning. Because why? we age, right? And with each age, we've never been there before. With each decade, we've never been there before, right? So for there, everyone is learning every single day, every single year, every single week. If someone is learning something. So with that being said, I'm gonna sign out. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.